properly.
I mean, properly.
World War II was like, I feel like 60% of our history education was World War II and one.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like that was the first, like, my introduction to death was when I was in like second or third grade, just being told that so many people were killed, and it's like not understanding really what the hell is going on, but all the information just being like fed to you. That's a bizarre topic to cover at a very young age, but they did.
I mean, for history, that was definitely the U.S.'s like golden period where we were just kind of saviors over
Yeah.
every other point in time.
Are you suggesting that we're not in a golden period in the U.S. or that we didn't or aren't saving everyone in the world, sir? What are you saying? Clarify your statements.
No.
So you're saying that currently right now America's not in a golden age.
I do not recall.
Look at the stock market.
What about the stock market?
Yeah, well,
it's great.
It's
great. Everything's great. The golden era is here, baby. We got
got
all kinds of people making money. The Bitcoin
S&P 500's up.
Yeah,
Bitcoin's fine.
There's some guy tweeted out the other day. He was like, "Who's the offensive lineman that got his salary changed into Bitcoin instead of cash?"
Oh,
and he was like saying something about it's like 6 months ago is when he made the decision to do it, and he's like, "Yeah, the S&P 500 is at a 14% increase, and Bitcoin's only at 8." And it's like everyone in the thing's like, okay, so why are you basing your investment choices off of 6 months? Like the whole thing is just people going off.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. You're gonna have to zoom out a little bit more to see how this is all gonna turn out. We have a lot of data on the S&P 500. What's the average S&P 500? It's somewhere between 8 and 12%, right?
Yeah.
Year over year. I mean, yeah. Average.
If someone offered you guys to get your whole salary put in Bitcoin, would you guys would you do it?
I would just say, why do I have to put it all in? I mean, you can't use Bitcoin everywhere. You can't use it everywhere yet.
I'm putting it all in GameStop.
The thing that I didn't understand was
GameStop.
It's lurking in like 220s. It's been just stuck in like the 220s for the past week since it crashed from the 330s.
Mm-hmm. What were you gonna say, B?
I just get confused because it's like if you get paid in cash, like why wouldn't you just buy Bitcoin with your cash? Like what's the difference in getting it paid to you in your salary?
Just easier, I guess.
You do lose money on the fees, especially if we're talking millions of dollars. So you're gonna lose money in fees if it's just handed to you. I mean, it's a currency, right? I mean, so if you could, honestly, like if you had a way around it, like it would be better to get paid in pounds or euro. That currency is valued higher. You're going to lose some on the exchange, but if your money is being devalued, if inflation does happen, hyperinflation happens, as people are suggesting, whether it does happen now or in 5-10 years, then if you have cash, if you have the US dollar and that dollar, you're losing money immediately. Mm-hmm. Your money is dwindling away in value as you do nothing.
That was like before crypto and everything was popping off when people were worried. That's when everyone was like snatching up gold and stuff just because it's going to keep value.
Fox News is a big pusher of gold right now.
I'm talking like 20 years ago, like 15.
I'm talking about right now, baby. You buy gold right now. That's what I've been told by Tucker Carlson. Huh? Yeah, Tucker Carlson and all the crew. Every time I am watching that in my evenings, I get commercials about now's the time to buy gold. So it's back time.
Wow.
I was just watching Tucker.
Yeah, fascinating.
I was watching Tucker yesterday. I forget what he was talking about.
What did he say? What's up with? I don't know what's up with those guys.
I love watching Tucker. Tucker's one of like the greatest entertainment shows on at 8 o'clock. There's nothing else on at that time. You just watch 30 minutes of Tucker before watching whatever NBA game's going to come on, and then you last 30 minutes, your brain's like about to melt, and then you just hop on to something else. But it is so much fun.
Is this the guy with curly hair-ish type? No. Why do I remember Tucker Carlson? Oh, brown hair, straight brown hair.
He looks like he's about to like always take a shit when he's talking. He's just like,
Oh, I don't know this. I don't know this dude.
you would know.
Okay. Do we want to get into this? Kevin Barry,
Yeah.
shout out in the chat, said that the audio wasn't working. Hope we're not broadcasting to ourselves. We're going to go ahead and check in with our sponsors because Rode, as you can see, B and I, and Tyler's is off screen. We're going to pretend that it also is Rode. It's provided us with these wonderful microphones, and they're the best in the world. B, there's no other microphone company. There isn't.
No, and you just, a lot of these mics, just USB compatible. You just plug it right in, go into your settings, and then boom, you got the round, chocolatey voice of your favorite vocal artists.
Boom.
The tip of your fingers.
Shout out to Sporty also. Guys, go ahead and get your Sporty. That link is right down below. We should probably get straight into the controversy that is going on in the world. Tyler's calling it, what is it? Penalty, indecision, misdecision. What's your little title?
I can't remember what it was now.
Yeah, he can't remember.
There's a lot of words with similar endings,
Okay. Well, I couldn't. Yesterday I caught just the tail end of the replay. I missed the game. I turned it on when literally just slow motion of a dude in the air flying towards another guy, punch in the face. Couldn't really tell. So this is really the first time I'm examining the play. We've got at least three angles right here. I'd say we just go straight through them. And UEFA, do not copyright strike us. Okay?
Don't do that.
Got enough.
Don't. You've already done enough with everything the past few days. Let's just relax.
Yeah. All right, let's roll it. I think we can stop after each replay. Get a breakdown from a goalie. Oh, couldn't really see that. Boom.
Oh.
I don't think this is still the
Hey, Tyler,
it took him for.
look good
I think
at
it's
all,
OTK,
man.
dude.
It took him.
I think
There
it's
wasn't a
PK.
good angle there. They didn't show it took him forever to even show like a proper replay.
Yeah, I mean,
Where's
I've
the-
seen the front angle. The front angle. They
Go
didn't
to
show
the-
the front angle.
Go to the last one.
So go back.
Yeah, go to the last one.
Very
Let's
last one.
Show it again.
No, they're not going to show it again.
I'll go to the. You got to get here. This one. It takes a deflection off of his fist. That's the only reason. There's no way that header could go.
You got a
It
full
doesn't look
elbow
good.
and arm, dude.
He
It
gets
doesn't look good, Tyler. Yeah, but he doesn't get enough of the ball.
It doesn't matter.
He doesn't get
It
enough.
doesn't set a precedent.
does.
It doesn't set a good precedent at all. Like
It
if that's
doesn't.
what
It doesn't. We're allowing.
Well, then we're just gonna have
We
to rewrite
prefer
all of
that
it.
not to happen.
We're gonna be given
No, we're
30
not.
days a game. That's fine.
No.
No,
because
goalkeepers
it's
just
very
shouldn't
rare.
do that. Goalkeepers
You
should
wouldn't.
run out full speed and put their elbows out when a guy you have to hit the ball first. You have to get the ball. Like he barely got the ball, Ty.
He barely
He
got
needs
the
to
ball.
get
Yeah,
more.
I don't.
He should get more, though. He didn't want to get that little amount of ball. Let's be
He was
clear
late.
on that. He
He's
definitely wanted to
playing-
get more.
He's not even seeing. He had no idea where the striker even was on that play. He's
Right.
literally just going towards the ball. I don't know what.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's
those
still a foul if
decisions
I-
are
I-
much more difficult than defenders trying to time tackles or something. Like that's.
But
if he-
that's not the issue. I admit it. It's hard.
It's
You
hard.
still can't. You got to get more. We want to get more.
The issue
right?
is there too. Is
He
like,
wants to get more.
you say he should come out for it. If he stays there and that gets buried, then you got people be like, "Oh, why
No.
did he come out on his line? Like,
Come out
why did
sooner."
he stay there and just give up open headers on his six?" And then
No, he should come out. He should come out, but I think he's got to be careful of punching. You never want to put yourself in a position where you're punching and elbowing a guy in the face in your own box and then hoping that it's okay. If you know you're going to clearly get the majority of the ball and then you go through, then I think you're okay. But that's equivalent to a studs up. You
I
know, if I
guarantee-
studs up, I don't know.
I guarantee he was sure he was going to get the whole ball. When he went out for that, he is thinking 100%, I'm going to get the whole ball in this, make a dope play, and then he didn't have it
Let's watch
timed
it.
right.
Let's watch a couple more times before we move on. I need to see this a couple more times.
We're missing the best replay off of this. This
Well,
didn't show.
there is a front replay. That's true. You can look for that if you want to try and find it while we watch this.
We can go to the other
But
ones.
okay, yeah, keep playing. That's coming. Yeah, it comes after this. That doesn't look good. The player makes first contact with the
He
ball.
but
so
he gets
kind of,
the. It's a save.
How about this? So if the Portuguese guy would have knocked the goalkeeper onto his back, I think that
No, because the field player got the ball first. No, that would have been
But
completely.
they don't do that. They don't do that though. You know they don't do that. You know they don't do that. They don't. No, they do not. There's no world that you're living in where a goalkeeper gets hit. Majority. That guy Lloris got 2% of the ball and the player got 98%. If it's switched, we always call, and we should, because goalies are more exposed flying out like this. Even though he's in a better position, the players are usually running in. Goalkeepers are extended. We've got to protect them to some degree. So I would want to lean towards that because you're exposed. If we switch these, Tyler, and he gets 98% of the ball, and then a guy comes in and just smashes him in the face, it's a foul. You can't hit the goalies like that. We can't have that. It's terrible. We can't have that.
You can't, but it's easier for a striker. It's more acceptable for a striker to pull out of a challenge like that than it is a keeper. A keeper can't pull out. You're not allowed to pull out of a challenge like that. Strikers, you can 100%. If you're about to get rocked by a keeper, you're allowed to pull out. You're allowed to duck. You're allowed to dip, and no one's gonna say anything. But if a keeper pulls out, then they're gonna get benched.
Well, I mean, that's not the point, though. I'm fine with him.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Is you can't really just say like, oh, it's one way,
but it's
like
a foul.
if it was flipped.
I wouldn't. If I was in that situation, I wouldn't have tried. I would have tried to avoid the goalkeeper in the fact because I know the referee is more than likely going to call a foul on me. So I would just try to go up and then have him punch it so the play is still dangerous. He's not going to try to catch it.
Right.
But I don't know.
But these plays happen when the striker's sure they're going to get the ball and the keeper's sure they're going to get the ball. And they're both not even watching each other. And they're both just running full speed towards the ball. And it's whoever.
There's very few soccer players that'll just put their head out like that and try to go for a header. And it's like defensive midfielders and crazy ass defenders on set pieces. Yeah. You don't see a ton of like high end talented dudes unless it's Ronaldo jumping like Air Jordan through the air, who's never going to get hurt because he's jumping over people. But I don't know. That's a bang bang play, man.
Do we have the other PKs on there?
Yeah, they're on there. Yeah, go back to the other PKs, Arnis. Or go back to that other video.
Go to Mbappe's.
Keep
going.
Go to the first Mbappe one. A little bit further, a little bit. Oh no, it's at 4 minutes. Yeah, there you go. There you go. So go back.
I think go back.
Go backwards just a little more. Yeah. Right. You can hit play from there. We don't care. UEFA, don't give us a copyright strike. And if you do,
there's a watermark on this. They'll never catch it.
yeah. King Sports over here just put a watermark on there. It's fine.
There we go.
Dude, why is this a highlight?
They do this on these extended highlights. On the extended highlights,
Ronaldo just fucking looking amazing. He did this like 4 times. He tried to do step overs.
Oh, did he?
Looked like he forgot how to do step overs, dude. I swear to God.
Yeah. This is
the worst highlight.
Oh, here it is.
This, dude, that's
not a PK.
That's not a PK.
No. Yeah, he just got in your way, buddy. You're just gonna have to stand up.
No, that's what is the defender supposed to do? He's running in the same line.
Why is he?
It's a terrible call. It's a terrible call.
Yeah. I think. By the way, I think he sold it well. You know what helps Mbappe? Being faster than everyone on the planet. That also helps because it looks like he's going to get to this ball. Looks all that.
You want to hear a crazy stat with Benzema on this PK?
What?
He missed his last 3, and they put him out to go take this.
Oh my God!
He missed his last.
So that's the quote. Okay, now the quote makes sense. I saw a quote on a Chinese radio station or whatever, like a TV station broadcast, and it said, when I scored the first PK, that gave me force. So now that makes perfect sense. Is that, he hasn't scored a PK in a long time.
He apparently didn't score, or he hasn't been on. I didn't even know he was off the team for blackmailing a teammate. I never heard of this over a sex tape, and that's why he was not on France.
We literally covered this. We literally covered this 2 episodes ago. Kevin Barry, cut this shit together, please, and get Tyler talking about this. We even showed you the girl. Remember? She was underage.
They're
Ribery, Benzema.
these type of stories with footballers just all blend to me. I just assume it's like everybody just out there doing it.
He does seem kind of like that kind of guy, though. He has a look to him, man, that just I don't know. He just kind of seems like he's up to something always.
All right, let's go to the last PK, the no call. They better put that in.
Oh, that's a great one. Yeah. It may not. If not, I know where to go for that. Go towards. Yeah, keep going towards the very end.
It's gonna be like
real.
It
was one of the last play.
Benzema.
Did they really not put it there? Who set these highlights up?
I don't know.
King Sports, baby.
Yeah.
King Sports, step your. This is so stupid. Like, it's a PK, but what is the defender doing, dude? You cannot have your.
I mean, his arms are moving.
You cannot.
He's trying to call for the corner kick. Just play, bro.
I don't think he is.
Yeah.
I think he's just trying to. Just stupid. Of course, he puts it.
Ronaldo. How many PKs has this man scored, by the way? Like, can we just erase the PKs from his stat book and just see where we're at?
I mean, they're important, though, right?
They are. They're very important. I know. It's just Jesus. Come on.
To be fair, how many of those PKs do you think Ronaldo actually drew or was directly a contributor to?
Exactly. I don't know.
Can we find this other?
I don't know.
Snowball.
Yeah. I'm looking. God.
What was the guy's name?
Yeah.
Comas? Is that his name?
Coman. He plays for. Or did he leave Bayern? Come on, penalty.
He was good though. When he came in, that really changed France's.
Dude, that's how he plays. That's just how he plays. He's just that.
Man, he's fun to watch.
Yeah, totally, right?
I thought he played a lot better with Mbappe and Pogba and like everybody than compared to Benzema. Because didn't he sub in for Benzema?
Benzema scored 2 goals though.
Yeah. Benzema's there to score goals. Giroud didn't score. They won the World Cup and he didn't score a single goal. He helped, and I like the guy. But Benzema's if it wasn't for the blackmail scandal and all the nonsense, Benzema would be there, and he should because
I'm still my best finisher on the field, man.
Listen, this is a guy that has played for Real Madrid for I don't know, maybe 10 years and is the number 9. Do you know how easily it is to get out of favor at a club at Real Madrid? Just miss a couple things, and we'll go, we're good. You can leave now. All right, here's the Coman penalty or not penalty. They call a foul outside the box. Is that what happened?
They didn't call anything.
No, they didn't call shit.
They didn't call anything.
They didn't call anything.
Anything. They didn't even do that little thing. Yeah, where they contact was first. That's what I thought they were gonna do if they were going to really try to. What?
Oh, that's because I have a VPN. ExpressVPN, sponsor of our podcast. No, that's a US. It's coming from ESPN FC, so we can't. Yeah.
What? That's not on
Bottom
YouTube?
line is he got his shoulder pulled, and then he got
you guys
stomped on. You guys all saw it, and it should have been a PK, especially when they're calling a freaking PK for Mbappe getting bumped into. And then the fact that VAR went to that and then looked at it and then said no, it's not a PK. I directly go back to what Tyler was saying yesterday on Skype, saying this shit's fixed. Is there a reason why they want that to end in a tie?
Yeah, they wanted to end in a tie to send Portugal, France, and Germany all through and then kick Hungary out. They don't want.
So France would have got that PK and scored and
Portugal
would
have kicked out.
They should have. That should have been a PK. That should have. So definitely, there's something going on there.
I'm
sorry.
I am super.
No,
confident.
You guys sound like conspiracy theorists. Nope.
I am super confident if France was down 1-0 there and needed the draw to go through, they would have been given that PK.
Well, that sounds like a conspiracy, and those don't happen on Earth, so we can move on.
That means
no. Yeah, you guys are right. Obviously, it makes more sense to think this is the most blatant penalty of all of the penalties, and it doesn't get called. Then all you have to do is go, why would that be? Is there a reason? Does this man have an earpiece in? Could it be possible that he already understands? Do you even need to go to that crazy? Does he already understand that this would be the best outcome? It doesn't take. You don't need 50 people to run a conspiracy. You need one person on the marketing team to just go, listen, it would be best if both these teams went through. All right. I'll figure out a way to make it better for you. I'm just saying. I'm not saying for you to do anything. I don't want you to do anything illegal. I'm just saying that would be best for us, because that's how it happens. It never happens the way we see it in movies where they go, I'm going to give you Johnny, come down by, I'm going to knife you, and without no, it's like, this is what we would, do we have an understanding? Do we have an understanding?
We encourage,
Brandon?
We know where you live. We know where your mom lives and your dad lives, and we just encourage that you do the right thing. Are we on the same page?
Yeah, we want to encourage you to do the right thing. We want to motivate you. We want to motivate you to do what's best for everybody. That's how that shit goes down. Not I knife you and kill you. But you know the guys, the Trump. You know how Trump did that to a lady. He had one of his henchmen come up, and it was running through the time when when the Russia scandal was going on, and they thought he was getting impeached. Which, by the way, I have this image of Trump holding that newspaper up. What a insane, where he beat the impeachment.
Was that like the Dewey impeach Truman or whatever, that famous picture?
Yeah. He just, for like 10 seconds for the press conference, he doesn't say anything. He just holds the newspaper up and doesn't say anything.
Fucking guy, dude.
It's hilarious. But yeah, he did the same thing. Like, his henchman was like, we want you to do this. We want to make sure that you're encouraged to do the thing. We know where you live, or we know where your kid. Something about this. I think they threatened a lady's kid. Something like this,
That's
anyway. Nobody wants Jeff Bezos to come back to Earth.
Where'd he go?
You guys know about this. Have you seen it? Well, he hasn't gone anywhere yet, but next month, because we always talk about airlines and what's going on, he's going to be testing out one of these commercial. You guys know all the billionaires have spaceship companies. They get bored, and so they have a spaceship company.
Yeah.
That's just how things work. So he's got his own. Next month, they're going to test it, and you could have, before this, bought a ticket. And I think the ticket went for, I don't know, $10 million or $20 million to ride with him on the private space journey, whatever, voyage in July. And a petition got started that we don't want him to come back if he leaves Earth. And 115,000 people have signed.
You know how we can do this? We can say that he can't come back with once he goes up there, just say he can't come back with a negative COVID test. and if he didn't bring one,
get a COVID test up there. Didn't bring one. Yeah, think about that. We don't know about COVID can't exist in space. Do we know this?
Am I supposed to hate Jeff Bezos? Am I supposed to hate him? Because yesterday my shipment got here real quick, and it was convenient.
Thank you. Because I didn't want to point this out entirely at the beginning, but obviously, Arnis, you can zoom in just a little bit to this, but I can read it from here. Just for people, I don't know what it looks like, but it says billionaires should not exist on Earth or in space. Okay, what are you mad about? Like, did he do anything to you, or did, like B just said, he allow you to get anything and virtually everything like this? Was the world better before, when we had to wait and when we couldn't get it, and it didn't drive the prices down for books and for a whole host? I don't know, man. I don't know if I just
millions of dollars and new money for small businesses and medium-sized businesses, and
I don't think you can use Amazon as a way of helping small businesses.
I mean, that wasn't my point. I know they destroyed a lot of them.
I think the point of the billionaires should not exist means that he could just take less profits and like pay everybody that he works for more, and then keep the same price for everything that's going on and just earn less. Is kind of what people are like, dude, you don't need this much money.
Yeah, I get that. I think that's what but the part of the issue is also what are they going to spend the money on?
Dude, this almost happened to me multiple times.
Oh, yes.
I got nailed. I got nailed by one of them. Like, once in the chest, once on the forehead.
Is this covered by a car insurance?
I don't know that there's...
Is it like hitting a deer? Like, like when you hit a deer, you get covered. You hit a cicada.
I don't know.
Like, what's going on?
I should have taken a picture of my Jeep windshield, because they're like super vertical. That thing would take out just 8 of them on a 30-minute trip. You would just have splattered all over the windshield just by nailing these things flying across the street.
Police say a cicada causes car crash. A bug reportedly flew into Ohio driver's open window, hit him in the face, causing a crash. The driver only sustained minor injuries, but the cicada unfortunately did not survive the collision. Why'd they put that in there?
They should have said they think they're being funny.
He should have said fortunately. That actually would have been funny. Fortunately.
Yeah, that would have been better. Yeah, you're right.
So Ty, have you seen this happen?
It does not surprise me in the slightest.
Yeah.
These things hit you. They're big, man. They're gone now, luckily, or more or less. But like if they hit you while you're driving like 30 miles per hour, that's actually gonna definitely make you lose focus for a couple seconds, and it depends just what you're doing then.
Good God. Okay. Yeah, that was. Oh well. Head of world's largest family dies in India. This man, I believe, if we scroll down, a 76-year-old man believed to be the head of the world's largest family has died. He was the head of a religious sect that practiced polygamy, died on Sunday, leaving behind 38 wives, 89 children, and 36 grandchildren.
Oh my God.
He had a system set up to exchange like which nights he would. You're laughing, like which nights he would spend with which wife, and so they say that he might have actually more kids, right? Yes, it says 39 wives, possibly 94 kids, almost 100 kids. So
wow,
and one great grandchild. 181 people involved in this dude's life.
Would he just like start a factory with this family, or what? Like what? Like how does he utilize and pay for all these people and do all this stuff? Like what?
You're a religious sect. You don't need to worry about anything. Life is perfect. You just do what the religious sect does. It's like Scientology. Is this what Scientology is? Please don't come after us. Please don't sue us.
What is the dominating religion in China?
Ooh, I have
no idea. I couldn't even guess.
I thought there was a lot of Christians.
I don't think there are a whole lot of Christians.
There isn't?
Wow.
Oh, wait. Is this in India? Oh, wait. I'm thinking of India, I'm guessing would be Hindu, but China, what would China?
Yeah. I don't know. I was going to say China has the world's largest Buddhist population with an estimated 185 to 250 million practitioners. No, it's not out of the, it's a quarter of the people. They got a billion people, right? It's the largest institutionalized religion. Wow. Oh, we got a couple of Christians, a couple of your God-fearing Christians there as well. But
exactly.
Yeah, that's not it. What's this? Who's this?
Oh boy. We got Subway tuna sandwiches do not contain any tuna DNA, says a lab test from the New York Times. 2 customers are suing, saying its sandwiches have no tuna, which the company obviously denies. Last year, an Irish court ruled Subway bread has too much sugar to be legally considered bread as well. So this is something that obviously playing college soccer, this is all we ate. And I just wanted to bring it to your guys' attention that I don't know what maybe it's tofu. Like
why do they have to do this though?
Canned tuna is like one of the cheapest things you can go get.
Yeah, tuna and bread are not that like what are the margins here that we're working with that they are?
And it lasts long.
They need to
too.
preserve
it's canned, it. It's canned. Like you can put it in your fucking pantry and keep tuna in there forever. And then like what is it?
I'm also gonna say like if you still are going to Subway, like you kind of deserve not to have whatever you get. Or what you thought you would get.
Why? Why do you say that?
There has to be, next to every Subway, within a mile radius, there has to be a real sub shop somewhere that serves actual subs. And then also, if like that's your issue too, there's also a grocery store. Just go make your own cold meat sub, put it in an oven.
Subway doesn't taste the same.
It tastes better. You're right.
Well, they put sugar in my bread. And the tuna's not actually tuna. So I don't know.
Tuna hits different when it's not tuna.
Yeah, right. When you're eating straight cocaine crack tuna that they put in there just so you can just keep coming back. I don't know about your sub place, Tyler. I don't know. I don't know what these people like. You're realize what you're fighting up against is these companies have realized that it doesn't matter. Like you're literally not getting tuna anymore. Your bread has sugar in it. The water probably has sugar in it. Vegetables, they're going to sprinkle with a little sugar. The sauce for sure has weird stuff in it. Like when you start eating things that aren't food, your gut changes. You start wanting it more. That real sub doesn't taste good anymore. You're going to have to convince me more. Why? Now I got to make it too? I need more. I'd rather just eat the poison. Once you got me on the poison, I don't know.
Is the chicken? Is the chicken? Because when I look at that chicken as well, I'm like, that doesn't have the same fibrous materials as chicken, and it kind of looks like it was put into it looks like gelatin, That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah.
Their chicken definitely is it's definitely goop pressed into something.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's not really.
And then they paint on someone, they got a local artist in the back painting on the chart. The grill mark.
Yes. Yeah. But I'm joking, but you guys, I'm serious. What do you do? Say you grow up eating Subway. That's why America has some issues. It's how do we get you away from this stuff that literally is not food? It's not food. How do we get you onto that?
You find other food. That's I grew
Why?
up on Subway, and
it doesn't taste as good.
So I mean, I'm trying to really understand here. Maybe they got a bad batch of tuna fish or something. I don't know. Is it farmed tuna and that's causing the DNA to come back skewed? Or
that doesn't happen. You're gonna test your DNA. You have a bad week and you come back. The DNA is like an elephant or some shit. It's an animal, dude. It's an animal.
So they can't say it's a tuna, but what is it then? Can they not tell us what it is?
The vials could have gotten switched.
Okay, there you go.
There could have been a mistake at the DNA testing lab.
For sure, that happens. That stuff does happen.
Was this the same Wuhan laboratory that was doing these tests?
Yeah, dude. I don't, but I'm serious. What's the motivation apart from because you can eat that stuff and be sick for 30 years, 40 years? People go 50 years and then they just eat it a little bit less, get some medication, throw it on top of it. What's to motivate me?
To not go to Subway?
To eat real food.
Oh, I'm not even talking about real food. I'm saying go to Wendy's or somewhere. Don't go to Subway.
Wendy's
go somewhere where the food actually tastes good and you're going to pay $10 to $15 for something. I just don't understand the point of going to get a trash sub.
So go to a higher poison.
This has nothing to do with Subway being fake food or something. I eat fake food all the time. It's Subway. This is a Subway issue. This isn't a processed food issue.
So you don't value Subway. What would be your standard sub shop to go to then? What are those ones that they?
I'm a big fan of the
Potbellies
chicken ones.
Is that okay?
Yeah, Potbellies. I would much rather go to Potbellies than Subway. I would much rather have gone to Quiznos before they all disappeared than Subway.
Yeah.
Okay. I hate Little John's.
Jimmy John's?
Jimmy John's? Jimmy John's is trash. That's also trash.
They're
completely different.
They're quick.
I kind of like Jimmy John's sometimes. I haven't eaten it in a long time, but I would definitely eat it over Subway.
I don't know.
Let's not forget about Jared, by the way. Let's not. We can't go talking about Subway without mentioning Jared. How did Subway just kind of squeak past that one so easily?
I don't think it's that
marketing.
hard. They just what are you supposed to do if they didn't know? Really, what are you supposed to do if your spokesperson is up to some stuff that you're not? They just distance
themselves.
Their
fucking sandwiches. He's eating the sandwiches. His fucking brain probably is poisoned from fake tuna.
Please don't sue us, Subway. This is all alleged. Jared was eating Subway sandwiches, and it turned him into. Turned him into a pedophile, or whatever. I don't even know what he was. Actually, I don't know if he was actually charged with that. I think he had child pornography, or it's something along those lines. I don't know exactly what the charge was.
Jesus.
Oh,
what a
has Jimmy John's gotten toasters in their shops yet?
Yeah.
No.
Have they? Okay, dude, they forever.
They have
did not have toasters. They only cold subs. I still won't go.
Yeah.
You can
for
ask
years. How do you have a sub shop where you can't toast your?
They take it and they put it on like this thing and they shove it in there for like 45 seconds and then they just bring it right back out and they put your condiments on.
By the way,
the turkey and cheese.
Are we okay with that? Mike, like that toaster thing?
Yeah, I like
an artificial fire. I like them too. I'm talking about like if we really start to examine all the food we eat and all the stuff we do, like how you're supposed to cook food over a fire. It's supposed to be cooked over a fire or a heat source. Technically, we don't know how healthy or unhealthy. You're going to go down a definite rabbit hole if you start digging into what
Isn't it
microwaves.
just a scaled down? Well, no, Tom. Isn't it just a scaled down oven?
I don't know because a few seconds ago I thought the tuna at Subway was tuna, but that's not the case. So I don't know what the heating source.
I don't think you need to start attacking the toasters.
It's like the same thing as like it's like an electrical spiral thing, and it just heats up, and then you're just cooking it that way instead of on an open flame.
I'll do a small investigation into this and come back next week with some probably some scary toasters cause cancer. Yeah, well, we do it. We love to report
Cole Beasley. This guy's been a mess for the past
So Will, this is a wide receiver for the great Buffalo Bills. Cole Beasley also played for your second favorite team for Jerry Jones. Yeah, he was a Jerry boy over at the Cowboys for majority of his career.
My God.
But Jerry was smart enough to get him out of the clubhouse because this guy he's interesting. So Cole Beasley, he's not getting the vaccine, and not only is he just not getting the vaccine, he's saying some ridiculous stuff. And I think this was probably the most favorite one that he got the most slack for was everybody is so all in on science now more than I've ever seen. Whatever happened to God's will?
Oh God.
Can I get some feedback on this, guys? Because I'm trying to understand here.
You're not helping anybody's cause. You know what I don't know what that means. First off, I don't know so his point is
like God should protect you.
Don't trust science. That's it. Is that where he's going? He's going for that Mormon type of like you can't get treatment. Like if you get sick, you can't get treated because God will sort you out. Is that or
I think it's also it's like and if you die, then that was God's will. So like you were supposed to die.
Oh,
that's what I think. It's more
right.
It makes more sense to me.
I see.
Yeah, he's all over this, man.
We need to get Cole Beasley on the podcast.
He had another tweet that was like he had another tweet I just saw this morning where he was saying something along the lines of, "Well, I'd rather die while actually living." Talking about not getting the vaccine.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah.
Stupid.
What about the doctors that come up with the vaccine? Is that not God's will as well? That He gave them the power to be able to go to school and learn and then come up with this great idea that saves millions of people?
I would also love to know, has he ever been injured and done rehab based off of science? Or did he just sit on his couch playing Madden and just wait for his ACL to magically just sew itself back together?
I think first off, science is involved in everything. The scientific method. These arguments, these guys, I really want to talk to them because I don't know if part of the issue is that I think critical thinking, you will be able to, you either run up into a wall or they'll have an epiphany on TV because I don't know that questions like this dude's just saying shit. I don't know if he's actually thinking. And you know what I mean? Thinking. Like we stop and think. One of our best podcasts is us trying to figure out why weed is. We go, wait a second, why weed versus cigarettes? And it's just three people you can realize have just accepted. We just accepted it for our whole lives. Like, oh, this thing is illegal and this thing is okay. And then we go, wait a second, like how many people die in a car crash? And then how many people? And like that's thinking. That's going. Wait a second. And I don't know that this dude has ever thought. These are knee jerk. He maybe has really big faith in, I'm guessing he's a Christian of some kind, right? Nothing wrong with that. But has he examined? Is it a Christian rap album? Are you being serious?
Yeah, it's not a Christian rap. It's bad, whatever it is, but it's just bad.
I've never really spoken. Only one time on a flight did I have a discussion with a girl. I think I've told you this. She was young. Her dad was a pastor. She was sitting right next to me on the plane, and she started talking, and I just started asking questions about, like, what do you guys, like, what is your religion? What does it believe? And she started telling me that they believe in souls that reincarnate on other planets. And as our discussion was going on, and it was a pretty long flight, I could hear people and see people in seats, like, in front and behind, like, moving in to, like, hear about this lady who was telling me about souls on Jupiter when you die. And she was serious. Her dad believes in it. She said, I should check it out.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't talked to enough of them, but it's fascinating. You know? It's Cole Beasley. Yeah. Your invite stands.
Yes. Ooh, here you go. Here you go. Next topic. President Biden loses his temper.
I can't wait to see this. I don't know. We can't hear? I can't hear.
Oh, we have to deal with this McCain.
Oh, we can't hear.
Can we get some volume, Arnis? Try and throw that all the way up. I don't hear anything, unfortunately, which means our lovely B team.
Is your YouTube tab muted? Oh, there we go. No.
I can't hear anything.
So, basically, I'll break it down for you. So basically, he had a meeting with Putin, and I guess nothing really happened in the meeting. And the CNN reporter basically asked him as he was walking out, and she goes, "How does that constitute as a productive meeting?" And he turned around, knee-jerk reaction. All he said was, "If you don't understand how that was valuable, whatever meeting done, then you just don't understand this business."
Go malarkey. You say malarkey?
He walked out. That's all he said. He didn't even say malarkey. He just said, "You just don't understand." And then basically someone in his little circle, before he left and got on the plane, told him, "Hey, you probably should go apologize that you just snapped on that CNN reporter so you don't get a bunch of bad PR." He didn't cuss. He didn't say anything really offensive. He just said, "You just don't understand." So, like, it's just funny how, the news cycle, they don't have all of the crazy Trump sound bites. They don't have all this crazy stuff to talk about and get angry about. And like, this is the stuff now that's like catching the trend on like this political stuff. And it's not interesting. It's not scandalous. It's really, really boring. And Whoopi Goldberg and whoever the hell else, like, they're just like screaming at each other on the talk show morning shows.
What was their comment? What's the fallout been though? Like, are they like,
basically the conservative side, they're saying like, "Oh, well, if Trump did this would be absolutely, he'd be roasted. People would be so upset. People would be so angry." And then like Whoopi like replies like, "Well, I don't care about that." And then the other chick goes, "Well, I don't care that you don't care." And she goes, "Well, I don't care that you don't care that I don't." Like, it was like they just go back and forth saying that.
You should dig into this McCain chick. She is
who?
This McCain chick. I think she actually might be related to John McCain.
Artists, just let it play in the background while they talk.
Oh, it's muted.
Yeah. Is he apologizing? Is him apologizing now?
Yeah. I shouldn't have said that. I should really, I should have been such a wise guy.
Oh, come on.
Basically
dude.
said that they're always negative, and that, part of being in this job is that you're always negative. And I mean, it's nothing. It's literally nothing.
Okay. Oh, that is, Tyler, I think you're talking about the McCain girl who's on TV right now. I think
this one right now, yeah.
Senator McCain's daughter, right? I think that's his daughter.
Is their daughter? She's an idiot.
Oh, yeah, Trump never apologized to anybody.
She's controversial. Trump has never apologized for anything ever. That's what makes him Trump.
That's what Whoopi's like, "Yeah, she's defending him because at least he apologized." And I don't care that he apologized. Well, I don't care that you don't care that he apologized. It's just, and then the best part, they go to a TV break and they come back and they both apologize to the viewers. "We don't want to conduct ourselves this way. We apologize." And so this is what politics are right now, Will. Just wanted to get you up to speed.
See. Oh, definitely. Yeah, because I'm definitely not getting – I mean, Biden's news, these type of things do not make it over to Europe because that's no news. This is not news. Can you imagine? Like, that's not news. I don't know. Maybe it's a good thing that he apologized. So we have a nicer – that's just kind of what we need now. We need like that grandpa figure that's just kind of like, "Oh, sorry. We need to heal a little bit."
He didn't even say anything. he wasn't like, you're fucking stupid, and like walked out. Like he was like, if you don't understand the value of that meeting, then you don't understand this business. And he walked out.
I think he might have said, "How did you become a reporter in the first place?" I think he threw something out.
Oh, like that's a slam.
I think
that's a slam. That's a little quick.
Like that, but
Sleepy Joe with those got that quick wit.
But it was funny.
When I shouldn't have been such a wise guy.
you have to watch the actual video. It's pretty funny when he was walking back, when he was leaving, and then he heard her say something. He's like, "What the hell were you talking about?" Like, just it goes up, and it's pretty funny.
Oh, man.
Can you guys actually imagine what it would be like to be in some of those G7 meetings? There's some footage. Arnis, type in Obama and Putin meeting on YouTube. Because could you guys even imagine, like, what is Sleepy Joe like? You know,
how dare he
in a
spells
meeting.
Obama's name wrong.
Yeah, there's a try. Not this. Go back one. Try the one that is type in G. Russia's not part of the G7 summit. I know you guys probably don't know this. This is probably a G20. Putin and Obama share a laugh. Let's see what's up with that. 29 seconds. Go back just one, and down there 29 seconds. Yes, click on that. We can't hear this though. Why can't we hear? We had audio set up. Is that me? It's not. No, it's because you're sharing. It would need to come through a different audio source.
What the hell's so funny, Putin? Huh?
Hey, we're gonna pretend that we're fighting, and then later, let's just go grab some drinks and talk about how I have a massive palace. You've got some money too, right? Yeah, dude, I've got so much. It's hilarious. All right, let's pretend to hate each other real quick. All right, cool. Do you know that a lot of the world leaders get along really well in some of the wars? I know some of the wars in the Balkans as well. There's pictures of they're chumming up to each other, like they're cool. They're okay. We got to let these people fight it out, but we're fine. We're cool, right? Yeah, I'm cool.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's bizarre. I never really thought about that, but I mean, it kind of makes sense. I mean, imagine that it wasn't that way back in the day, but now it's like turned into like basically just a business. You know, it's no different. It's just on a larger scale and it affects a lot more things.
Yeah. I don't know. How's Biden in North Korea? Have we done anything with North Korea? Trump? Because if it's not for Trump, we would have had a war. Okay, that's what the history books are going to say. A couple things happened. Number one, the wall. There would be so many Mexicans in the U.S. if it wasn't for Trump's wall. That's what the history books have told me, if they've taught me anything. Two, the pandemic is Joe Biden's fault.
I think 80%. I think 80% of the wall was built where there already was a wall.
Improvement.
There's some crazy stat.
There's some dumb stat where like 80%.
I know. Can we talk about? Let's just as another thing, since we literally did do like we solved some shit with the weed stuff. How much money and attention and time could we have diverted that into other stuff?
The wall.
If it wasn't going into
maybe like stopping COVID, maybe preventing pandemic would have been good funding.
Yeah, we could have probably put that into our virus outbreak emergency team or whatever got defunded like a few months before COVID showed.
Literally.
Yeah.
Funded the program that Obama started because of all this science was showing, and then boom. Yeah.
You guys know that there's some sort of. Yeah, go ahead.
I'll say, speaking of politics, we should go to my link because it's a statement from one of our congressmen.
Arnis, this stuff just got added into it must have just gotten added into the thing. So while he's look at him. Hit hard by. Is there a way he can search that? Because
it's in the. Could he not do the?
No, video unavailable.
It's not a video. It's an article.
What's this comment from Peter29? Is that Gaelic? Is that how you say that? Gaelic footballers are hands down tougher than soccer players. What is that?
Probably.
What's that mean?
Oh, Gaelic football. Is he talking about hurling or Gaelic? Is that hurling?
Have you heard of the Gaelic football Irish?
Yes. To answer that question, yes, I have. And we can throw it up. It's weird. It's really weird. Yeah, they're probably harder. I think they have tackling and stuff like this. It's really weird.
Is
you
it
have
like
goals
rugby or what?
Above. It's like a mix between rugby and soccer, man. You have goals that you can kick it into, so they have goalies, but you can kick it over. I obviously I don't know the rules, but
what's Gaelic again?
That's a weird
what is that?
Shot. It's just
Gaelic
like the language
Irish.
of Ireland.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what.
Yeah, it's not English. They don't speak English, or they do speak English, but their language is really Gaelic. So
it's like same thing as like people in New Orleans with what do they speak?
Creole.
Creole, yeah.
Okay. All right, here this quote is phenomenal.
The dumbest guy in Congress asked U.S. Forest Service.
Go down. I'll read it off. Go down. Can you zoom in a little bit? Which? Okay, yeah. I understand from what's been testified to the Forest Service and the Bureau of Land Management, you want very much to work on the issue of climate change. I was informed by the past director of NASA that they found the moon's orbit is changing slightly, and so the Earth's orbit around the sun. We know there's been significant solar flares activity, and so is there anything that the National Forest Service or BLM can do to change the course of the moon's orbit or the Earth's orbit around the sun?
That's not what I think.
Obviously, that would have profound effects on our climate.
What's BLM? Don't make me.
It's Black Lives Matter.
No, it's not.
It has to be.
No.
It has. What? Bureau of Land Management. Bureau of Land Management.
Oh.
Okay, I was thinking.
Okay.
Damn it! When I was first reading this, I thought he was talking about Black Lives Matter. And I was like, what is
Can we get like Reverend Jackson? Can we get Martin Luther King to get the moon orbit somehow, change it around? What is this guy talking about?
Is he's just like asking to have the orbit, but like there's not even like what would that change? He doesn't even know what it would change. I mean, obviously,
right?
We don't know what it would change, but just like asking, well, could this work? It's like a 3-year-old like trying to fix something.
Are they just trying to get us like slowly like accustomed to being okay with that? Bill Gates is trying to block out the sun to change climate change. We've got people in the government asking to move the moon's orbit, which controls everything. The moon is perfectly placed. You know, we don't even understand how the moon was formed. We have theories on it. They're all awful. We're not sure. It's all perfect.
I think the asteroid one makes a decent amount of sense.
But from what we understand, though, that asteroid would have had to break off in this perfect molded way. It's like
that's not how physics works. It's everything slowly gravitates towards the center of the most mass, which is of course the center of whatever a sphere is, and it slowly rounds out over time.
Right. Yes. When the Earth is in the center of right now, as the moon is orbiting around what is a giant mass. We are orbiting around the sun, which is a giant mass, right?
Yeah,
and all the planets are orbiting around it. But
it's not a coincidence that every planet is a circle, or more or less. It's like an orb. That's because of physics of how gravity. It's because of gravity.
But that's Cole Beasley. Cole Beasley's going to come in here and ask you a question. Why is it the way it is?
Oh, I don't know that, but that's what it is.
But that's an issue. That's an issue though, because nothing's happening we have so many coincidences. Cole Beasley, I got your back here, okay? We have too many coincidences here. Now, it's not that science can't solve these coincidences, but we need to understand why some of these things are here, because without the moon being in its perfect orbit in the way it is, life can't happen. And we're in this Goldilocks zone in the space here on Sun. We're going to look for other planets, but apparently we can't find any other life on these Goldilocks zones. We find planets there, but we can't figure out if there's life there or not. We got some questions. Cole Beasley's coming in hot. He wants to know, okay, you figured out why it's there, but why is it the way it is? That's science's ultimate question. We don't know why things are the way they are, why things even exist. Why does anything have to exist at all?
I mean,
what is it to not exist?
We know why planets are spheres.
Okay.
That was the start of
but they're not. But not all planets are like that. The makeup of every planet is all over.
It's different, but it's all.
The question is, type in how did the moon How did we get the moon?
It's gonna say it's gonna say the asteroid hit. It's probably gonna say that's also when the Earth started having a rotation.
How was the moon formed? That'll be an easier way for you to do it. How was the moon formed?
Because it wouldn't. When it first broke off, it wouldn't have been a sphere. It would have been like shaped.
Listen to that. What is most widely accepted? First off, horrible way to state a fact, Tyler. What is most widely accepted? How did the moon form? Here's a few theories. Awful. Because if I go, what is your name? And if B said, well, it's most widely accepted that is Tyler Beck. However, there are a few theories that it could be Will, Arnis, Titos, or Bob. That's not a fucking fact. And so I want you to dig deeper, just like I'm not okay with my plane going. I want you to tell me why it is the way it is. Don't give me a few theories.
The theories are telling you why we think it's.
They're not.
I mean, you can always go into it's a city. You can always go into just stupid shit where like, cool, it's
that's not stupid.
It's not stupid, but just this whole thing. Oh well, actually, it's a simulation. So the moon was formed by someone plugging in zeros and ones. Like, well, you don't know that's not what happened. So what's the point of?
But that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying these theories they could still fight with, and we need either there is a leading theory that can lead us to, and that will lead us to. Those are a bunch of theories. Which one? Which one? The giant impact hypothesis. That's the theory.
Is that the most widely?
That's the prevailing theory. Yes, okay. That's the leading. This is the leading theory.
The prevailing theory supported by the scientific is that a giant impact, an object smashed into early Earth like the other planets. Earth formed from the leftover cloud of dust and gas orbiting the young sun. The early solar system was a violent place. A number of bodies were created. Blah, 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 blah. According to NASA, when the young Earth and this rogue body collided, the energy involved was 100 million times larger than the much later event believed to have wiped out the dinosaurs. Okay, so our leading theory is that it possibly formed. Okay, but it's still, we've got some randomness to it, or are we sure? The co-formation theory. Moons can also form. I mean, that's fine. We're not sure. It doesn't mean we won't be sure. We can come up with some stuff. We know a lot about physics.
This is all. I mean, the first thing you were concerned about is why it's a perfect sphere, which is
not concerned about why it's a perfect sphere. I'm concerned about why it's in orbit in the perfect way that it's in. The capture theory. Perhaps Earth's gravity snagged a passing body. Okay, as happened with other moons. So moons form in a whole bunch of different ways throughout the solar system. We're not sure how ours formed because we've seen it happen in different ways across. So we have the prevailing theory because we're sure that a bunch of asteroids hit Earth. That we know because we have all the facts for it. We know the dinosaurs were most likely destroyed by an asteroid that hit somewhere in the Yucatan, created this incredible ice age, and they went extinct. All right? So we know that a bunch of asteroids were hitting early Earth, so it makes sense for us to go with that as the prevailing theory, but we're not sure. Okay. But the other question, could we survive without it?
Yeah, we don't need the moon. Like,
the moon
it would mess with the tides, but like I think we would be just fine without the moon.
Would it be flood or
we
something?
Don't know. Butterfly effect. We need to know what would happen, right? So it controls the tides. Does it raise the tides if it just disappears?
No, I think the tides would just stay in one spot.
They would stay
wherever you are. It would probably just change where people live because some oceans or some places would either be screwed because it would, I don't know.
But so then the question becomes, what would that affect? Because you know how weird it is, like when, say, just like COVID, when we all went inside, and then Thailand, all the monkeys came back outside, like hanging out in the middle of the city.
It's 11:59.
Oh, for our call?
Yeah.
We got one of our big time sponsors. Those of you in B&T, hurling is another Irish sport, Tyler. By the way,
that's what I was saying was hurling. That was my first thought when he said Gaelic football. Hurling's nuts.
Hurling is another Irish sport. Ye should look. It's the fastest
like
field
lacrosse,
sport.
field hockey, soccer, and football all mixed together.
That's crazy. A lot of sports. I don't know if I can handle all those sports.
Those goalkeepers are out of their goddamn mind. Hurling's really cool too. Where in hurling, you actually you can only play for the team that you were born in. So there's no like moving teams. You always
What do you
play
mean?
for your local. You play for your hometown. You're not allowed to play for any other club. You can only
That's
play where
cool.
you're born.
So what about? It's in Ireland.
It's in Ireland, yeah. So whatever your hometown,
yeah. He
that's
said it.
where you have to play your whole career if you play hurling.
So we can't play.
No.
Well,
Sounds inclusive.
yeah, it doesn't sound
Divisive.
inclusive in the. Oh. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know. That's not going to fit in the new world because we can't cancel you. Or maybe we can. Maybe this is a call to cancel hurling. African wants to play hurling. Not allowed. Well, canceled. Girl wants to play hurling. No, you can't. Well, canceled. That's the new world we live in. So we can't cancel them. I don't know. All right, yeah. Should we call it so we can go talk to our big sponsor?
I think we
BNT?
should. I need to get to
B
training.
team?
All right,
Yeah.
BNT, the B team boys. The
B team badass boys. Get your merch.
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 We'll be back
Wow.
with more